This is EMP proof. I love wood cook stoves. My grandfather collected wood cook stoves. I got some of them hopefully coming to me one day. I have this same wood stove. It's something I enjoy. Ovens, cooking, you name it. Heating shelves, it can heat your water. The Amish have done it for many years. So start simple with we're heating our retreats. Start with a wood stove, something you can cook with, something you can bake with. Take it to the next step, put a coil in it. Hill coil makes a great coil. You can retrofit any wood stove, put a coil in it, and heat a range boiler, a tank that is elevated. No pumps required. I got 5 minutes. Oh my goodness. Okay. Thermosiphoning is the process by which this thing, cold water drops, the hot water rises, and you have a tank of water in your second floor, possibly. You have a pressurized hot water. This is another way of doing it. You can take it the next step further. You can have your wood stove with your boiler and supplement it with solar, tie it in, so you have, solar is great for heating water as well. You can heat other areas in your house. Take it the next step. If you're designing a retreat, you need a lot of people are planning coming to stay with you. You feel led to protect a lot of people. Maybe you need to have multiple buildings. This is where you do an outside wood boiler tied in with solar, diverted loads from windmills and solar. This is, again, I'm getting more complicated, but this, if you're starting to think ahead for other people and you have the resources and the ability to do it, and this is kind of something like what we're working on our retreat. Okay, cooling, maybe cooling. I mentioned, we mentioned cooling before. So geothermal is a great, efficient way. Most heat pumps are very inefficient, but a geothermal system is great. They're coming out with these new DC solar split cool air conditioning. You can heat and cool off of 48 volts. You skip the inverter, it goes straight 48 volts all the way through and make AC. This is a great, there's people putting these in Florida and in different places, and that's just an awesome thing. So, okay, I'm probably out of time. Water. I've talked enough about water. I'm going to continue on. This is some different configurations of that pump a lot of you have asked me about. You can do a hand pump, you can do a motorized kit for it, or you can add solar and battery to it to have a completely off-the-grid water system. Appliances, again, DC, go propane, lower that demand for electricity if you can. These are some of the appliances that are easily found. Redundancies, everything fails, everything's going to break, you need to test it, you need to plan for backups. Prepping for an EMP, this is my 2 cents. Plug and play, meaning it's going to fail, store that component away in a Faraday bag. When it fails, plug and play, put your component you've stored and protected in it. And then old school, old vehicles, wood stoves, simple mechanical things. That's how I prep for an EMP. Testing, you need to evaluate your preparations. You need to test it. I got a test coming up on my retreat in a month and a half. I'm not looking forward to it. If somebody come and evaluate, and they'll say, show me that, make sure you have enough water, prove it, and run me through these scenarios, and then I'll have another month to validate that I actually am complying, or I have a plan on how I'm going to fix what they found. And that will be from somebody outside a retreat that also has another retreat. 2 minutes, okay. And then cross-training. I know how to run my gasifier. I can start it up and drive into town. I can run my gasifier in that. But I've had Dave come over and start my gasifier. He laughed. But if I have to do patrols and do some strategic, security thing that he did in Iraq, I'm in trouble. So we have to cross-train. So he's learning my water system, I'm learning security, and we're cross-training. So it's very important. I wanted to end with that. Again, this is our motto, hope and pray for the best, and prepare for the worst. Amen? Amen. All right.